Hello and welcome to Square One Games. My name is Exonovan and this is my Call of Duty World War II Veteran Difficulty Personal Play. We're now in part number 3. Not too difficult, at least this first section. You can actually use this big truck right here for cover. Just make sure that you're putting yourself behind the tires of the truck because they will shoot you from I guess the underside of the truck, if that makes sense, because there's an opening there. So just make sure you're behind the tire and then push to this section. You guys just saw that you can pick up a first aid kit there if you want to carry that into the future parts of this mission. And then this is your magic spot right here. You can see I have a really good line of sight on the enemy down there that's just around the corner. Sometimes the enemies will flash on the other side of this car where our teammate is. You can pick up some kills that way. You just want to make sure that you stay right here because this car is going to protect your left-hand side. It's going to force all the enemies to be directly in front of you, or at least where you want to kill them from, right? And you just want to kind of thin them out, make sure that you've killed a bunch of them that are directly in front of you, and then you can kind of start skirting around this car a bit and looking where I'm looking at right now to see if I can get any easy kills. There's going to be 1 or 2 guys in this area. See that guy's head right there that you can try to kill. You want to make sure all those people are dead before you make your push. You do not want to get shot from your flank because you're going to push behind this car right here and then eventually through this building. Now watch this shot right here. You can actually shoot that dude in his kneecap or in his leg and get your kill that way. That's the beauty of finding angles and what I find so fascinating about a video game. Yes, anybody can get in there, guys, with enough practice on the game and run and gun and get kills and do that kind of stuff. And there is a certain satisfaction that comes with that. In fact, there was a mission in this game where I did that, and you'll see that in this playthrough where I just got super aggressive. But I find it to be a lot more fun for me and challenging for me to find these spots on the map that, like, it's either impossible for you to get shot, impossible to die, or it's just highly unlikely that you're even going to get hurt. Make sure you shoot this guy, by the way. He's always going to flash out and try to kill you when you hit this doorway. That's what I find fascinating about a video game. I was having some comment wars with some people the other day on my Assassin's Creed How to Kill a Phalake. I think they call them Phalakes or Phalakes in Assassin's Creed, an easy way. And I was just showing a core strategy you could use. It was kind of like you just find like a monument or something with 90-degree angle turns, or like a house, anything like that. And you can just kind of break line of sight, stealth assassinate, rinse and repeat, right? It's a core mechanic of the game. And people were going crazy. They were like, oh, you're taking all the fun and the challenge out of these games and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, you kind of clicked on a guide. Like, you should have known that, number one. But I find that to be fun and challenging. And fun and challenge is very subjective. It just is. There are some people that find speedruns fun and challenging, where other people find speedruns boring, right? It's just all about how you want to experience a game at any given time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to do, especially with this game. I think if I do Wolfenstein, which is really on my mind to do for a personal play next for you guys, I think that one I'm going to play a lot more aggressive, because I think that type of game and the way that it's built and the way that it feels, I feel like that's going to be the way that I would want to experience that game. But I knew that this game was going to be kind of more of a strategic tactical walkthrough because, you know, no player damage. I think if this game would have been tougher for me the first time I played it on Veteran, I just would have did like a standard walkthrough. Keep you guys safe, which I'm keeping you guys safe in this as well, but you get my point. I wouldn't have done like a no player damage. I'd have used first aid kits. We would have pushed up a lot. We'd have thrown a lot of smoke grenades, you know, let our teammates push, be super aggressive, and really not killed anybody really, or less I should say, because your teammates will do most of that stuff for you. But when I didn't really have that difficult of an experience on Veteran like I thought I was gonna have, I said, you know what, I gotta ramp it up. My personal play challenge for this game has to be like a no damage or no first aid or something like that. Initially, I thought about just doing no first aid, which means I could take damage, I just couldn't heal. But like I said, once I got past that beach section in the very first mission with no damage, I was like, you know what, I think it's I think it's possible. So I decided to go ahead and run it that way. But fun and challenge is so subjective. But what I'm learning about YouTube is you can't, there's a standard that most gamers feel like fun and challenge is all about. And if you post anything to the contrary of that, they're gonna just lynch you. And it's so hard in the comments to try to explain what it is you're trying to do. So I think with these personal plays, I'm gonna have to be a lot more aggressive in most of these situations when I play these games. And a lot of times, like I said, it's based on the game. I do like to play fairly aggressive, but you know, it just depends on which challenge I guess gets thrown my way. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I wanted to kind of bring that up. It's been on my mind for a day or two now, because that video already has like 30,000 views, and people are just, I mean, you ought to go read some of the comments. It's crazy. People saying things like, oh, just get good, stuff like that. And they don't realize that, like, I didn't play that whole game doing that strategy. I made that strategy for players who were having issues. You know what I mean? And of course I beat all the phalanx in the game. I think they're called phalanx. And I beat them on easy, normal, hard, various strategies. I used the ladder strategy, the horse strategy, but I made that video very early on. I wasn't even out of chapter 2 yet when I made that video. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just funny hearing people comment and just completely taking everything out of context. And it's funny because they will click on a video with the title with easy in the, or with the word easy in the title, and then they'll get mad at you for making the fight easy. So I just thought that was kind of funny, and it's been on my mind for the last day or two because I've been answering so many comments. You guys know I like to answer all my comments, but I don't think I'm going to waste any more time on comments like that. I think I'm just gonna let them say their piece and move on and get to some other projects. This is the church, by the way. This is not difficult at all, guys, if you use this position right here. I guess this is like an altar or a statue. If you get behind here, you can actually take out both sides of this this church. There's going to be some enemies on the left and some enemies on the right. You can get everybody, but maybe like 2 or 3 people. It's going to be 2 or 3 people that you will not be able to get an angle on, or at least I wasn't able to. I guess maybe if you sit back here long enough, you might be able to get an angle on them, but typically I like to go ahead and get, a pretty good amount of kills from the people that are in the seating area of the church, and then go ahead and push up here. Now this guy over here you're gonna have a hard time seeing this dude because you got the fire and all the rubble. So make sure that you're using Pearson, because he can actually locate the enemies for you, or the target that you're trying to take out. And you'll see that in this gameplay. In fact, I think I just caught on him right there. Yeah, he'll come in handy a lot in the campaign. You can see I'm shooting at a dude right now, but I think he's gonna break to the right, which is typically his second spot he likes to go to, is right there. So you're either aiming down there where the fire is, or you're aiming right there. He's probably gonna be in one of those 2 spots. Soon as they're all dead, guys, make sure you head back here, pick up the ammo. Just make sure that you're either on your knees or on your belly when you pick it up. Don't stand up to get it, because there are people down there in the doorway of the church, and you might catch a shot, especially if you're trying to do no player damage like I am. It's gonna be that one dude there, and then you can get and push on up. But watch this angle right here. There's gonna be a dude on the left side of this doorway, and you can actually shoot him right here. Now there's more people on the right hand side. I'll show you how I take care of them. You can see I don't have any grenades. You could just bomb them with a grenade, but if you don't, you can always use smoke. Just pop it off the door and bounce it. Let it hit them, give it a second, and then just rush through and just shoot. You'll actually see their shadows in the smoke, and just make sure you kill them, and that's going to be enough to take care of that. This is the sniper section. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this with no commentary. I find the sniping sections to be really fun, and I'll hop back in here as soon as the sniping section is over with some more commentary.
In the building. He's still up. Good one, Daniels.
Daniels, hit those snipers!
Left flank. There's another AA gun in the courtyard. It's unmanned. Keep an eye on it. Stay close.
Flamethrower!
I see him. Breathe.
Mop up the rest!
Firing.
Stay on suspect! Yeah! They did it! They got him pinned! Half tracks moving into the square! They're pinning our boys! Hit the turrets!
Clean shot.
Get more fire over there! They're getting closer to the flak guns!
Krauts on the rooftops!
Can't let them hold the high ground! 2 more! Last one! Daniel, Krauts at the end of the street! Clear him a path!
Got him! They're taking fire from behind!
Half track on their rear! Getting surrounded!
The hell was that?
Must be Turner! Keep at it! Cover them so they can support Sussman!
There's one flat gun left!
Woohoo! Everyone out!
Time to go! Get them!
Now, this is probably the most difficult part of this mission, guys. There's going to be enemies pushing you from the left and the right. There is some cover in this area, but it's not the best of cover. There's some first aid kits at the top, 2 up there, and then there's one behind that piece of rubble. This is where I like to go, though. Right here, there's your dude right there that can throw you more smoke grenades and more regular grenades. That's going to come in handy. Pick up the flamethrower, and you want to put it right where I'm putting it on screen, where it kind of hangs off the edge of the steps, and then just wait. The enemies are going to be pushing you this way. Now, you're covered on your back because you are prone right now at this particular instance, right? So you got all that rubble behind you. You have your teammate behind you, and there's like a raised platform behind you. So when they rush you from that left-hand side over there, they're not going to be able to shoot you, right? All your teammates are going to clear them out for you. All you have to focus on is this side over here. And all I'm doing right here, guys, is just pumping that flamethrower every, I'll pump it for a couple of seconds, let off, pump it again, throwing grenades, throwing smoke. I just want to create as much havoc over here as humanly possible because I do not want any enemies to get pushed up here too much. I definitely don't want them to get behind us where they can start shooting me. So I'm just creating as much havoc as possible. Anytime you run out of grenades and smoke grenades, boom, right there, turn around. You can get you a restock of those 4 and 4, and then just keep throwing those things out, right? I think I threw that one a bit too early because there is going to be another wave when they tell you to pop that. It's like a marker grenade where they come in and do like a bombing raid over here. You'll see that in a second. When that happens, though, when that happens, guys, make sure that before you throw that, before you accept that marker grenade from that guy, make sure that you create a lot more havoc in this section right here. Start throwing a lot of smoke, start throwing a lot of grenades, because the enemies are still going to come up here. Now, if you're not trying to do the no player damage, which is what I'm doing on screen, you can probably just throw the marker grenade and not worried about it. I don't really know what they call them in the game, guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? The red smoke grenades that let your teammates know, signal smoke. There you go. Before you do that, you can do exactly what I'm doing on screen right now, man. Just create a bunch of havoc right here because they're still going to be popping through. That way you have plenty of time to grab this signal grenade, throw it, and then, of course, that's going to be enough to end the sequence. You just want to stay right here, hold this place down, though. Just make sure that everybody's dead. And that's going to be enough for you guys to get through this mission. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you right back here in the next one. You guys be good.
T-47s are coming in! Clear out!
Bombs coming in short! They're gonna get flashy!
Plays now. All right. I'm in.